Hey everyone, it's Brianna with Journey On. I just want to take a minute just to kind of explain what mentoring versus coaching is. I've got a lot of questions about, are you not mentoring anymore? What is mentoring versus coaching? Like, you're doing coaching now, kind of, all these different questions. And so I thought I would just give a little clarification through this video. So both of them do serve incredible purposes, and I like both of them. I will not stop mentoring with Taps the Organization. I don't have like a time frame. I hope that I'll do it forever because I think it's so beneficial, and I know the impact that my mentor had on me in my grief journey, and I hope I can be a similar impact to my mentees and future mentees. So mentoring is more, I lived through an experience, you're living through a similar experience. It's more relational. I can give my insight, or hey, this is what helped me, and kind of give input, in a sense, advice in a way. But it's more walking alongside them in a similar shared experience. Versus coaching is not. It's very different in that aspect. It's not about giving the person answers or explaining like, oh, I lived this, so I will be able to understand what you're going through. No, a lot of times I'm not going to experience some of the stuff that you may be going through if it's like a life coaching, right? I've experienced grief, absolutely. However, with coaching, I don't necessarily need to experience your situation or your experience that you're going through to be able to coach you. And so what it is, it's not about telling you what to do or giving you answers or advice or anything like that. It's more building this foundation and this structure or like kind of like a container. It's kind of like building the container or the pathway as the support in order to pull out what you're actually going through and address your experience, or being able to filter through, in a sense, kind of like a filter. And so it's helping you get clarity on what is most important, what you're going through, maybe how to carry that. Not that I'm going to give you input, but what is actually going to work best for you. So it's very personal. It's not like I can coach you and that's going to, bleed over to the other person. That's not how it works. And so we really address, what is important for you and how to move forward with that. So if it's grief, it's going to be, okay, well, what is it? If you're trying to address something now, maybe you're getting held back by stuff, or you just feel stuck or something like that, then we work through that and kind of unravel these layers. I mean, just like the grief onion, like I like to use that as imagery is, we might have all of these layers, but let's unravel them. And I kind of give you that space to do so and support you in that. Is unraveling that. Let's get to the core of it. So then you can now understand that and then take that and move forward. And even going on about advice is like, that's not what coaching is for. Coaching is not to give advice. And I mean, when we are going through a big transition or something such as grief, we don't really want advice. We want someone there to support us and give us the space that we can be messy, but to help us unravel and to help us have a clear understanding about what's going on in our mind. And yeah, just giving us the space to do so. And if you're like me, I'm very much of an external processor. And there's internal processors, which it's not bad, but I don't know how you guys do it. I'm an external processor. So I have to talk things out verbally, even if it's to myself, if it's to somebody else, I have to talk out the things in order to bring some form of organization in my mind. So if there's a lot going on, I'm kind of confused or just emotionally risen, it's a lot. And so the space is provided in order for you to unravel all of that. And it's not that I'm organizing it for you, because it's not therapy, it's not venting, and it's not about fixing anything. It's allowing you the space to organize it yourself. And that might sound like intense. It's not like, oh, we have to organize this, in a nice manner, but it's more clearing the stuff out that doesn't need to be focused on and finding what actually you're wanting to focus on. So it's like, quieting everything else. I guess that's how we could put it. Is like, it's more quieting everything else that's really loud. Because sometimes when things are really loud, we're overwhelmed. And so it's quieting the stuff that really should be background noise or should just be muted. And then really honing in on what is the most important thing that is kind of screaming at you. Yeah. And so then coaching is for people who are, like we're functioning on the outside. We're going to work. We're holding all these titles and switching off these different hats for us. But you might feel overloaded or overwhelmed, and maybe you feel stuck on the inside. But the outside you're thriving, but on the inside it might be a little messy. And especially if you're in a big transition, and that can look different for everybody. Or if you are experiencing grief, that is definitely messy, and we will feel messy on the inside. And so if you're wanting to move forward without minimizing or bypassing whatever you are going through, that's exactly what this is for. And again, it's not about fixing your problems. I'm not going to give you advice. I'm not going to be like, here's the answer, here's the ticket for it. But it's about getting that clarity and giving you the capacity to navigate it and moving forward, and even addressing, your nervous system and getting that kind of a little bit in balance for your life and what's going to work. Again, what is going to work for you? What might work for you in one coaching session will not work for somebody else in a different coaching session. So it's very personalized. It is not a one size fits all kind of situation. And so, yeah, hope that resonates with you and you feel like this is something that would be helpful for you in your life, or a transition that you're going through, or if you have experienced grief or currently are experiencing grief and you want to try it out. I do have like a complimentary one-on-one coaching. So then we can kind of see if it kind of fits for both of us. And then if you want to move forward from that, great. If not, it's not for everyone, and that's okay. It's for, certain people that want that clarity. And yeah, so I hope I answered any of questions that people have had. But I appreciate everybody reaching out and asking those questions and wanting to get a clear understanding as to mentoring and grief coaching, and if I am still mentoring and if I'm going to. And so that was nice to even get that of people making sure that I'm still going to be mentoring. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, send me a message, comment, and I'd be more than happy to answer it for you guys.